This just in. After a duel between Hamlet and Laertes at Elsinore Castle in Denmark on September 14, 1372, organized by the king, many were left dead, including both participants, the king and the queen. The queen died after drinking a poison-spiked glass of wine that the king had intended for Hamlet. Hamlet died from being hit with Laertes' sword that had been laced with poison, also from the king. Laertes died from the same sword after the swords became mixed up during the duel. The king died from Hamlet stabbing and poisoning him after Hamlet found out that it was he who had tried to poison him, but had instead caused the death of his mother. The king was trying to kill Hamlet because Hamlet wanted to expose him for killing the former king, Hamlet's father. Our lead reporter, Paul Kelly, has the scoop. Perfect. Thanks, Jeffrey. The duel started like any other, with a handshake. Hamlet apologized to Laertes, saying, "Give me your pardon, sir. I've done you wrong, but pardoned as you are a gentleman," as they both shook hands. Then they both took their corners, and the duel began. Hamlet quickly took the lead by scoring the first point on Laertes. The king, excited by his nephew's early lead, proposed a toast, announcing, "Stay, give me drink. Hamlet, this pearl is thine. Here's to thy health. Give him the cup." Little did anyone know that the king had slipped a few drops of poison into the glass. Hamlet declined the cup of wine offered to him, saying to Claudius, "I'll play this bout first. Set it by a while. Come." He did not know the wine had been poisoned. Hamlet soon scored another point, making the tally 2-0. Gertrude, the queen, and Hamlet's mother, so excited at her son's early lead, grabbed the cup of wine and toasted her son, saying, "The queen caresses to thy fortune, Hamlet." Claudius tried unsuccessfully to stop her, saying, "Gertrude, do not drink," because Gertrude, of course, was unaware of the poison. The duel continued. Laertes finally scored his first point on Hamlet, drawing blood. What Hamlet and the guests didn't know was that Laertes had poisoned the tip of his sword. A scuffle broke out, and the swords were mixed up and exchanged. Gertrude suddenly fell to the ground, exclaiming, "No, no, the drink, the drink! Oh, my dear Hamlet, the drink, I am poisoned!" This brought the duel to a halt. Laertes then realized that during the scuffle, Hamlet had hit him with the sword that had originally been in Laertes' hand. Laertes explained how he had fallen to his own sword, as his sword had been poisoned in order to kill Hamlet, saying, "Why, as a woodcock to mine own springe, or sick, I am just killed with mine own treachery." Laertes then explained how Claudius had been the one who had tried to poison Hamlet, announcing, the king's to blame." Hamlet, filled with rage, stabbed Claudius with his sword, and then forced him to drink from the cup he had poisoned, killing Claudius. Laertes then asked Hamlet for forgiveness, saying, "Exchange forgiveness with me, noble Hamlet. Mine and my father's death come not upon thee, nor thine on me." Horatio then tried to drink the last bit of poison from the cup, but was stopped by Hamlet before he was able to do so. Hamlet told Horatio to live on and tell his story to the world, saying, "And in this harsh world draw thy breath in pain, to tell my story." Hamlet added that Fortinbras should be the new king of Denmark before dying himself. Just as Hamlet died, Fortinbras entered the castle, finding a kingdom full of chaos and dead royalty. Fortinbras assumed the position of the king of Denmark. After Horatio explained what had happened, Fortinbras declared that Hamlet would receive a funeral with the honor of a soldier, explaining, "Bear Hamlet like a soldier to the stage, for he was likely, had he been put on, to have proved me royalty. And for this passage, the soldier's music and the rights of war speak loudly for him." Back to you. Thanks, Paul, for that awesome story. Our reporter-artist, Jack Richards, has illustrated some of the scenes described in this news story, as described by Horatio. This first image is a depiction of Hamlet and Laertes during the duel, before any of the deaths. This second image depicts Hamlet standing over the body of Claudius after he had killed him. This final image depicts the duel after the death of Laertes, Hamlet, the Queen, Gertrude, and the King, Claudius. I hope you enjoyed our news segment today. This has been the Shakespeare Gazette.